Okay, today guys, we are making a apple tart thingy. You need pizza dough, some apples. Now they said for big golden delicious, they didn't have those at Aldi's, so I got the Granny Smith. Some shorts, the same thing. The pizza dough was 59 cents at Aldi's. The bag of apples were like two and change. Put 2 tablespoons of sugar on. I put it on wax paper this time because I didn't have aluminum foil, but you're going to see I redo it on aluminum foil because the wax paper kind of made the sugar bake and it made the bottom too brown. So you do start by kneading out the pizza dough on the sugar. I turned it over this time, so it ended up with sugar on the top and the bottom. The next time I did not. I just made sure the sugar stayed on the bottom because we're going to put more sugar on top any old way. So just make sure you get it really thin the first time. And I'm going to show you how I did it the second time. I actually did it in a frying pan because it was a 12-inch circle. So it kind of settled in there for 20 minutes and then it was circular, which is what I wanted. This time I kind of rolled it out and then after it sat 20 minutes, I made it into a circle. So we found some easier ways to do it. Just with your hands, you're going to make it as flat as possible. Now I put it in a pan for now because I want to, it needs to make a 12-inch circle, and this was the only thing that I had that was 12 inches and a circle. So we're going to do this to make it really thin. And then once you try to make it really thin, you let it sit for 15 to 20 minutes while you cut up your apple. We're going to cut it up. I already peeled them. So now we just have to cut them up in slices. Okay, so I just cut them into threes, but it says 1/8 inch. The last time I cut them nice and thin. This time they were a little thicker. I don't think it matters. It just depends on your taste. Make sure you core them and then slice them up. Okay, so once the apples are cut, you are going to go back to your dough and make sure you knead it good. So, because now it's rested and we're going to stick in the apples. Okay, so the dough is nice and thin, and now we're going to put the whole thing back onto our cookie sheet, and we're going to put in our apples in a circular motion. Okay, so once you have all your apples in, then I want you to try to turn up the sides a little bit so that the butter doesn't melt under it and it burns, which is what happened to me the first time. So try to lift up the edges as much as you can. It's not easy because pizza dough kind of doesn't stay up, but I didn't do bad. I played with it a while, we worked it out, and it did stay up. So now, in total, we needed 1/3 cup of sugar. We put 2 tablespoons of that 1/3 on the bottom of the dough when we were kneading it. And now we're going to sprinkle the rest on top. Make sure you get it all around evenly on top of the apples inside the dough. The remaining part of the 1/3 of sugar. Now we need 4 tablespoons of butter. The last time I melted the butter, put it on, and I think that's what helped everything to make the bottom real crispy too. So this time I just cut it up and started putting it on top all over. And since the sides I turned up a little bit, I was hoping it would melt and stay pretty much inside, which is what it did. So it really worked out well. I would do it this way. I wouldn't melt the butter because if it gets underneath with the sugar, the bottom part of your pastry is going to burn. Okay, so once you have your butter on, and make sure your sides are still kind of up there. I sprinkled a little cinnamon. The recipe didn't call for it, but I like cinnamon on apples, so I did that. It actually complemented the apricot preserve really well, which we will put on it after it comes out of the oven. Okay, guys, so the recipe had called for 45 minutes in a 400-degree oven. But I decided, since like I said last time, it was kind of too crunchy for us, I put it in at 375 for 35 minutes. And that worked out really well. Came out perfect, I think. So let's put it in the oven. All right, guys. So it is out of the oven. The butter stayed in the pastry itself and not outside. We're going to now put the apricot jam on top. I sprinkled some of the juice out there, and then I'm gonna rub some on the rest of the apples. I did it while it was hot so the apricot jam can kind of melt a little. Even though I had it at room temperature, I didn't think big chunky pieces would be nice, and it kind of did get soft and gooey since it was still hot when we put it on. And we put it on all around. And yes, I'm going to show you the bottom now, how nice the bottom part came up. And then we're going to eat it. Yes, so that's how it looks like with apricot jam all over. It looks yummy enough to eat, right, guys? All right, guys, I want to show you the underneath how it looks. Oops, it's slippery. There you go. It's nice. It's perfectly browned. This came out beautiful. Really did. So pretty and pretty easy to make, um, except if you do it wrong the first time, like I did. And that's why I'm helping you guys out by letting you know how to do it. Got to make a mistake sometimes first. All right, guys, so it came out way better this time. Look at that. And so yummy. It's falling apart already. But, yeah, it came out way softer. And it tastes just like it should. Like my coffee cup. So definitely try this, guys. Thanks for watching. And we'll see you on the next adventure. Give a thumbs up, a like, leave me a comment, subscribe. I'd love to hear from you guys.